If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos.
Aloha! Aloha, our keto friends. We are very excited to be here because we are making protein-sparing Wonder Bread. Yes, it is so good. You love the French toast, don't you, Kai?
Yeah.
And what do you love? The cinnamon rolls? We make it into cinnamon rolls too, which is mind-blowing. I have that recipe coming on my website soon. But what you're gonna do is first you're gonna get a bread pan and you're gonna spray it with your avocado Primal Kitchen spray. And here's the thing, everybody. I've been making this bread for over 15 years. And so I can do it with the egg whites. But a lot of people, when you make it with the egg whites, the egg whites don't whip right. So I'm saying, separate them. We have real egg whites and we have the yolks. And what's really awesome is the yolks check out my ice cream. My vanilla ice cream is delicious. It makes hollandaise mayo, right, Micah?
Yeah.
Or if you can't do dairy, but you want really creamy scrambled eggs, you buy this. And what does that say, Micah?
Just egg whites.
It's 100% egg whites, Bob Evans. And I'll save the yolks and I'll make the creamiest scrambled eggs with extra yolks especially Micah likes those a lot. Yeah. So I'm gonna set that aside because we don't need it right now because we're using real eggs. So Kai, why don't you pour that into the stand mixer? All right. Oh, let's make sure this all gets in there. Okay. So we have the yolks the whites in there, and then we're going to add our Wholesome Yum allulose. So we're using 1/4 cup of that. Micah, you want to put that in there? Woo. There you go. And then we're going to add some cream of tartar. So Kai, add that. The full recipe is on mariamindbodyhealth.com, link below. And we're going to add some salt. Micah, you want to do that? It's Micah's turn. That's why you didn't grab it. You're so nice. Yeah. Like 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to turn it on. So everybody asks about my KitchenAid. This is an industrial 8-quart one. Totally worth the money. I can make 2 loaves at once. But you can have a regular KitchenAid. It works just fine. So we're going to turn this on, and here we go. Okay, so how long did that take?
2 minutes. Yeah.
2 minutes, maybe? It depends. But you want it to be very, very stiff, like a meringue. Very, very stiff. Most people it's not sweet, bud. Most people whip the whites, okay? So now we're going to add our J-Rob unflavored egg white protein, okay? I love J-Rob, it never fails me. You could do it sweet like vanilla or strawberry, but that's gonna be more of my angel food cake recipe. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of the J-Rob unflavored egg white protein powder. And now don't over whip them right now because if it does, it's gonna turn out like styrofoam, but I'm just going to turn it on. And I usually do this. Put it down just to mix it well. Okay, just until it's well incorporated. Now, I'm gonna need you to hop out of the way, my friend. Go on the other side of my bed. There we go.
I'm the taste tester.
Okay, but we need to bake the bread first, okay? So now, we're gonna get this out of here. Get all this out. You put that in the sink? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. If you really want to taste test it, go for it. But okay. So just stir it to mix it up a little bit more. And then, see how stiff this is? It's very, very stiff. I turn it upside down, it's like sticking in there. That's how stiff you want it to be. Most people under-whip the whites, okay? Don't under-whip them. I just want to make sure it's all incorporated in here. And you can kind of tell if some whites don't have the protein powder in there. And this is a great way. If you guys are sick of eating eggs for breakfast and you just want a sandwich, if you're a vegetarian trying to get your protein in, this is a great way. You can make a vegetarian sandwich and you get your protein in without doing whey protein or soy protein. Those are not recommended. And then you just kind of become an artist and make a loaf of dough.
Like me.
Yes, Kai is an artist. So is Micah. Micah made the coolest necklace, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yep. We're going to go look for rocks later.
Yeah.
No jokes today, guys? Any jokes? See how big this is getting? It's beautiful.
You got any?
No jokes?
Maybe. I think I have one.
Okay, go for it.
What did the vowel say to the consonant when he borrowed a loan?
Can I buy a vowel?
I owe you.
I owe you. Funny. Good one.
Yeah.
So now you just use your spatula, and I use jumbo eggs. So if you don't use jumbo eggs, they won't be quite as large.
I use a pencil.
To make the protein sparing bread? You're crazy. So the oven will be on to 325, and you're gonna bake it until it's golden brown. The exact recipe is on mariamindbodyhealth.com. The link is below. If you ever can't find a link, you can find them below.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's always discount codes too, because J-Rob is so generous. They offer, if you use code Maria20, you get 20% off, which is huge.
Woo.
Huge. That's beautiful, isn't it? So this is going to go into the oven, and we'll catch you back in a little bit. Wouldn't you like to see behind the scenes what was going on just before this? But anyway, our bread is done, and this is the Wonder Bread. It is amazing. It's delicious. It's still warm, so we're not going to slice into it. But honestly, the texture, you guys don't know what Wonder Bread is, but I grew up on Wonder Bread sandwiches like with bologna and Miracle Whip. So if you like that texture and the flavor, that's what this is going to give you. And it's really delicious. It makes great French toast. It's protein sparing. It is basically all protein, 0 carbohydrates, 0 fat. And by the way, protein sparing, we just made some flan, and Craig tried this. It's protein sparing flan, which will be on the website too. But Craig said, this is like the best creme brulee I've ever had without the crispy topping. So anyway, what do you guys want to say to people?
Yeah, and subscribe.
Subscribe, that would be helpful too. And remember, all the links are below, all the discounts are linked below too, and we appreciate your support.
Yeah.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
If you want to change your life like I've changed mine with food, I would be honored to help you. Many of you don't know that I was twice my size. I had acid reflux. I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had depression. I had IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. And food changed my life. And not only did that happen, I get to eat good food, right? Good food. So if you want to eat good food, I have perfected meal plans made by me and personal help with supplements or modifications if you have Hashimoto's, if you have Graves, if you have IBS, if you have PCOS, contact me. I would be honored to help you. You can go to keto-adapted.com and find a lot of different options there for personalized help, or message me by commenting below on this YouTube video, or you can check me out at mariamindbodyhealth.com. Mahalo.
Sharing is caring. Share this video with your friends.